Hey guys, this is Ed with the Kaizen Effect. Right now I'm actually chilling out here in my apartment, actually in the process of moving to a new apartment. And I felt some resistance in doing so because this apartment here, as you can see, this is actually one of the nicest apartments I've ever lived in. And I think I'm feeling resistance because in society today, society will pump it on you that in order to be happy, in order to have fulfillment, what you need is a few things. One, materialistic things, okay? Society pumps us on us that we have to exert our value, our worth into the world. And we get that worth by exerting that externally as opposed to internally, right? We have to have the perfect car, the perfect house, the perfect wife. And once you get all these things, you'll be eternally happy. But what I found is that you can never find happiness fully in external things because you cannot get enough of what you really don't want. I'm going to say that again. You cannot get enough of what you really don't want. People are told, get the paycheck, get the house, get the car, and then you'll be happy. But what they miss is that, as I've shown in my previous videos, life is a journey. It's a journey, not a destination. And when you say you're going to find your sense of completion and happiness in these external things, what you're really saying is that you're going to find your happiness in the destination, the end goal, what you're fighting for. But what I found is that what makes us happy is really being the person we want to be, okay? I've been more happy when I was penniless than when I had money. I was more happy because I was fighting for things. I had a goal atop a mountain, and I was fighting to climb up towards that goal. But what I have found, and what have a lot of other people have found, is that once you get to the top of the mountain, and once you have these things, like what I have now, this nice apartment here, this was sort of like the culmination of everything I fought for. I fought really hard in grad school, to get out and get a job that I liked, that could be sustainable, that could support me in order to get this stuff. But once I got it, that destination, it was never as fulfilling as the process of becoming the individual that I became. Okay, now it's fun in being a creator, but the end goal did not produce something that was instantly gratifying, that was sustainable from a happiness standpoint. Okay, what did Jim Carrey say? Jim Carrey is a comedian. Usually he's not super serious, but he gave a speech at a graduation that was absolutely mind-blowing. If you get a chance, check it out on YouTube. Very inspiring stuff, a lot of truth in that speech. But what did he say? He said he wished that everybody in the world could have all the riches, everything they desired, every materialistic thing they wanted. Maybe a perfect house, a nice apartment, maybe a great car, maybe, all this stuff. He wished they could have that so that they could find that that's not where you find your sense of completion. Because you can have all the things in the world. You can have any kind of material thing. But if that is not accompanied with a life that you want to live, then you're just going to be unhappy, right? You're not going to have any life. It's like having a hollow shell of a life. You have these things that you think gives you happiness, that society pumps on you that will make you happy. But if you do not have the substance within that, you're still going to feel like something is missing, okay? And this is what I found about people who try to find happiness in external things. What I just said was that you find happiness in being the person that you want to be. But, if you try to find that happiness in external things, you're always going to feel unfulfilled. Everything is never going to be enough because you're fighting for this thing, this external thing, when you just want to be the person you want to be, when you just want to live the life you want to live, when you just want to have experiences, beauty in your life, and when you get those things and find that they don't give you the stuff you're fighting for, what happens? You look for something else. That's why I say you can never get enough of what you truly do not want, because it does not give you what makes you fulfilled, what makes you want to wake up every day and deliver your message to the world around you. Okay? So what happens is, people get these things that are not going to make them happy, and you've probably experienced this yourself. Once you get those things, for a brief period of time, you're content, you're happy. You're so engaged with the stimulation, but it wears off. It becomes ordinary, and you don't get that high, that sense of instant gratification, a hollow instant gratification that it once gave you, and you say, something's missing. What's the next thing I can fight for? The next external thing that can bring me happiness. And that's why people who are materialistic, who chase money without any kind of purpose, any kind of values that are projected into their everyday life, feel hollow, feel insecure, feel like something's missing, because something is. Your body is smart. It's not stupid. It's trying to tell you that whatever is in your life, whatever you're doing right now, is not conducive for what you truly want, for living a life that you want to live. Okay? It's just not working. So, people chase these things, and maybe they get a nice house, and they sell that, they get another nice house, and that's not good enough, they sell that, they get another nice house. And then when they're about to die, they realize that they haven't lived at all. That they were just striving to find things in the external world and neglecting what is internal. And, we all experience this, because society will pump it on us that we want materialistic things, that we need stimulation, right? Stimulation, that's why everybody's like, if only I could go to this nice restaurant, if only I could get this nice drink, I'd feel great. Stimulation and, external value. But there's a reason why the majority of people in this society, at least American society, and sometimes throughout the world, are so unhappy, because, again, you cannot get enough of what you do not want. So how do you actually get that? Well, this is why I teach all the principles I teach in the Kaizen Effect. This is why I teach you to develop internal things, because I found that to be truly happy, that occurs in a journey, in becoming the person that you want to be and living the life you want to live. So how do you do that? Well, you gotta identify your values, take those values, and then interject them into the life you're living, such that in every given moment, when you're doing something, you're doing it because you want to do it. You're not doing it for anything else. No external means. You're doing it just for you and you only. And when you do something like that, it takes no effort. It's not a grind. You still have to put in your work, you still have to be dedicated, but you will enjoy it. You will enjoy every single second of that, because it's feeding your core. It's feeding what you want, not what somebody else wants, or not what society tells you want. So the purpose of this video is really just to show you that, society will pump it on you that you need stimulation to be happy, that everything externally will bring you the happiness, the sustainable happiness that you think you want. But you cannot get enough of what you don't want, okay? These things are never going to make you happy, In a nice apartment like this, it's not going to bring you what you want. It's not going to bring you fulfillment unless it's accompanied by a life that is enriched in experience, opportunity, and you living your purpose. So I'm going to leave you with one question with this video. What would you rather do? Would you rather live your life chasing some external object, chasing some external goal based on materialistic things that isn't even your goal to begin with, that society gives you, such that you're like an animal chasing a carrot in front of your face, only to find that you can never really quite get that carrot, because when you reach one goal, maybe you get a house, you become dissatisfied because you didn't even want that to begin with, and the carrot is still dangling in front of you. Hello, come get me. This is what you want, even though you really don't. Is that what you want? Is that what message you want to leave into this world? Or would you rather pursue what you truly want? Experiences. To go out into the world and find beauty and leave your message and help people and wake up every single day, and say, I'm waking up to do what I want. I'm waking up to live my purpose. I'm waking up such that I leave this world in a better state than that which I came into. What do you want, right? So I would encourage you every day, wake up, look in the mirror, look at yourself. Assess it. Are you happy? Are you dissatisfied? Are you going after you? Or are you going out after something external? And if you're going after something external, make sure it's accompanied by a life you want to live. All right? But again, I found that true happiness and sustainable happiness comes from being the person you want to be. Okay? Not by chasing a nice car, a nice house, even a view like this, but being who you want to be, fighting for that, and living the life you want to live, okay? The world is vast. It's huge. Look how vast it is. There's beauty out there. It's out there. But whether you can see it is up to you. And if you chase external things, materialistic things, you're probably going to miss out on all this. You're probably going to miss out on lighting a fire of passion inside of you and allowing that to fuel you such that you can be a messenger of leaving some legacy behind, okay? So focus on that vastness. Focus on experience. Focus on living the life you want to live and the thing that is out there. Everything that's out there. Grab onto it. Never let go until you're living the life you want to live. That's how you build sustainable happiness. That's how you live the life you want to live. Go after your passions, not what society tells you to go for.